Hey everybody! I'm going to do something really neat with this orange. So hopefully we'll get some viewers. I know it's really early in the day. Some of you may still be at work. Some of you may catch the replay, and that is fine. So as you are joining, just say hi, comment below, let me know that you're watching this. I'm going to show you something really neat with our foundation by BeCause Cosmetics, because I just felt like doing this, and nobody's told me that they did this. Nobody's, said how it works. So I just wanted to be the first one to try to do this and see if it works. So as you guys are coming on, just say hi. Let me know that you're here. Where is everybody? I know a lot of people are probably working. Hopefully this, hey Dini! Hopefully everybody's out there. But I'm not going to waste a lot of your time. I know it takes a little bit of time for Facebook to build an audience. Hey Steph! I'm not sure I'm on the Wi-Fi either, so it may take a little while. Hey Aunt Martha! Okay, so what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to show you something really neat with our foundation, with applying our primer and then our foundation, and then another foundation that I got from Walmart that, believe it or not, before I found this BeCause Cosmetics foundation, I was wearing a Walmart brand, and you would be really surprised at how much stuff is in this foundation, and it's so watery. I can't even believe I used to wear this. Hey Deborah, hey Rosita. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to do two things today. I'm going to show you this on the orange, and then I'm going to talk to you about something that I need all of your prayers about. Prayer is so important, and it really does work, and I know I have so many friends out there on Facebook, and I really need your prayers and for you to keep me in your thoughts. And I'll just go into that really quick until this kind of builds up our audience. Hey Jen! I've been having some really severe stomach pain, and so they're not really sure what it is. I did do an ultrasound this morning, and I'm waiting for those results. But my brother suffers from Crohn's disease, and we're not sure if that's what I have as well, but we're doing tests, and I may end up going to see a gastroenterologist. And it may be TMI, too much information, but I figured what better way than to ask Facebook for prayers and keeping me in your thoughts, that it's nothing major, but it's really severe pain on my left side right underneath my ribs. And every time he would push there in the ultrasound this morning, I got really teary-eyed and it was hurting really bad. So it doesn't matter, oop, where's everybody? Okay. It doesn't matter. Sometimes if I eat certain things, it gets really worse. I get cramped over and I cannot hardly stand up. So I don't know if it's diverticulitis. We don't know if it's my gallbladder, if it's my small intestines. So we're going to do some tests and we're going to pray to God that everything's okay. So keep me in your prayers. I'm not going to get emotional because I know God has, his hands on everything and he's going to make everything okay. Hey Britt, hey Dana. So just, if you're praying at night, just pray for me, keep me in your prayers, that everything is going to be cool. You were diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer. Oh, Rachel, I will definitely keep you in my prayers. Yes, and IBS is very common, so it could be that. There's a lot of things that it could be. So I'm just praying it's nothing major, something that can be helped with medicine, and that God has a lot of years left for me because I'm, here till the end. I have so much life to give, and nothing is going to tear me down. So no matter how much pain I'm in or how I don't feel well, I still get up every morning. I still am on the go all the time. I am just the Energizer Bunny, and nothing's going to get me down. So you guys, I know, are here to support me no matter what or what's going on, and so I appreciate that so much. So without further ado, I'm going to show you this awesome, neat trick on this orange. And this is my husband's orange. So if he watches this, he's going to be like, what the hell is she doing? Oops. What the heck is she doing with my orange? Here I am asking for God's prayers and I just said a bad word. I'm sorry. But he's going to be laughing at this because this is one of his orange I stole off the counter. To the window, to the wall. Yeah, so maybe I'm a little sore from dancing this weekend as well. Maybe that's why. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply our BeCause Cosmetics primer to this orange on one side, and I'm going to put our foundation. Then on the other side, I'm going to put the foundation I have from Walmart that I was using, believe it or not, and show you how watery it is, how it soaks into the crevices and pores of like your face on the other side. So it's a neat trick. I have never done this before. This is the first time. I've seen it on a couple of places where people, you know, did like coverage, like they showed how the coverage is so good of their products. And so I was like, why can't we try it with foundation? So here we go. So make sure if you're watching this, you share this video, because it's really important to know what type of foundation you're wearing, what is in your foundation. There's so many chemicals and fillers out there, and just looking at this orange and seeing what it's going to do, hopefully you'll be able to tell that sometimes, even though it's cheaper, it's not best for your skin. And I don't think our foundation is expensive at all, plus you don't need a lot of it. It is a medium coverage. However, the more you build, it does become thicker and fuller, and it just depends. Right now, I did not go thick at all. This is not a heavy coverage. I did very light this morning because I was working, but normally, like Saturday when we went out, my coverage, I just built it thicker, and it was really good, and it lasted all night. This is a new lip color that I have on. I'm super impressed with our lipsticks. This is a liquid, I call it like a liquid pencil, but it's a liquid gloss, kind of like, but it's a long wearing gloss, and I really love it. This one, I'll have to find the color for you, but I can comment it below down later on. Okay, so I have my primer. I'll have to remember where I'm putting the primer, so I'm going to put a little dot so I kind of know where I'm putting the primer. I'm going to rub that primer in, rubbing it in, just rubbing the primer in. Then I kind of let it, you know, when you're doing your makeup, after you put your primer on, you kind of want to let it sit a little while. And then what I do is I go back with my foundation, and I'm just going to squirt it on my finger, and we're going to cover that spot. And this is a lot, like I squirted a good bit, but you can see it's not runny at all. And then I'm going to go ahead and just run it a few times over that little spot. Not thick at all. It can be thicker if I need it to. You know, your coverage is going to be what you want it to do. Okay, so there's my primer and our foundation. Now we're going to go in and we're going to test out the Walmart brand foundation. Now this is Infallible L'Oreal. It's very runny, so let me get my finger ready. That's another thing. Look how runny. Watch. Like, that is super runny. Like, runny. Okay, and then I'm going to stick it on the side next to this one. Now, can you see the difference? This side has no primer. This side has primer and foundation. Look how you can see the inside and the peel selection of the orange. And look at this side, how much coverage and how beautiful it is. Can you see that? It is runny. Yes, I know, it's very runny. Yuck. So the point of this video is to show you not only does our primer set our foundation and makes an awesome barrier before putting on your foundation, and it makes sure that your pores don't get clogged. Look at these pores. Can you see them? Look how you can see the pieces in the orange, and look how this one you can't. I cannot make this stuff up. So that is why our foundation is so unique and so amazing. And now I have runny foundation all over my fingers because I'm telling you, hold on, let me put this down. This foundation I was using, and yes, I'll admit it, before I found BeCause Cosmetics, I was using this foundation. And once I started using our foundation, I really could see a difference in my skin. I'm not oily or wet up here, and that's mostly because this foundation that you find in the drugstore is very runny. It's full of chemicals, it's full of oils, and so it was making my skin really oily, and I find I was really shiny at the end of the day. Whereas our foundation is super hydrating. It's a hydrating liquid foundation. So it's super awesome. And as you can see, this is our BeCause Cosmetics with our primer. And this is just the Walmart brand. And you can see just how much, not only does it start oxidizing, look at how wet and runny this one still looks. And look how much prettier and flawless this one looks. So you can see, like, That is a huge difference. It's starting to oxidize, but yet this one is still wet and still runny looking, whereas this one is setting. It's starting to get, if we kept rubbing it in, it would look, it would start turn into a lighter color. But it's just an example of how amazing this foundation is from BeCause Cosmetics. Hey Lacey, hey Amy Lee. So make sure if you guys are joining, you say hello, and at the bottom there's a share button if you can share that for me. This is something I just did, like I thought about it and I said I see people all the time do applications of how their foundation or their concealer coverage is, or how they can conceal like marks or marks-a-lots on whether it's an orange or any type of fruit. So I said let's do something together and see if it works, see how much of a difference we see. And I totally can see the difference in the foundation and the primer versus your Walmart brand foundation. And all I did was smeared it on there up and down like 3 times on each side, and you can totally see the difference. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm picking the BeCause foundation as the winner, and I got rid of that Walmart stuff. So even though it's cheaper, it's not always better for your skin. So I just thought that was really neat. Look again, look how runny. Can you see that? Look, it's still wet and like wet looking and runny, whereas this one's really starting to set and looks really beautiful. The application, it looks flawless. So like I said, it is a medium coverage. Those of you who love a full coverage, that is not a problem. You just apply a little bit more. It's not heavy, it's not cakey, but best of all, gives you a flawless application no matter when you are applying it, day and night. It stays really good. It does not make you oily, whereas some women, when they touch their forehead, it's wet. I've had this on since 5 o'clock this morning. I set it with our setting powder. We also have an amazing setting spray that is awesome. But I just had to show you guys this neat trick because I was like, they're never going to believe it. Let's go live and do it together. I said, we'll see if it really does, you can really tell a difference. And even though it's not the concealer, it's our foundation, to me, that's even more important, because if you have an amazing foundation, you don't need all of that coverage and that extra concealer. Some women only wear foundation. Why add all those extra steps if you don't necessarily need it and you have an amazing foundation? And then this is my new lip color that I just got in on Saturday. It is a liquid lip color, and it's a long wearing one. Of course, I have on my Max mascara. My lashes were being a little silly this morning and they weren't sticking right up. So had I went a little bit thicker on the mascara, they probably would have been even longer. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Like I said, if you are just joining, make sure you share for me. Make sure you comment below and let me know that you're here. But this is our amazing foundation with our primer underneath with BeCause Cosmetics. And this is a Walmart brand foundation, and you can definitely see the difference. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. I have to go clean this orange so my husband will have his orange back so he can eat it tomorrow and not have makeup all over it. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your afternoon. Remember, please keep me in your prayers and in your thoughts. That nothing major with my stomach. It's just that we need to get it checked out and hopefully just the right medicine, and Mama will be good to go. So I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your night, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye!